time for package from China. Welcome to the Wicked Gamer and Collector. You know what time it is. It's time for the naughty stick from China. Yeah, it's the time again because it has returned in a different form. So we are going to talk about the Gamebox 64G. Or in other words, this is the 64 gigabyte edition. It comes in this pretty basic box, so we're going to open it together. I didn't try it before, so ooh, exciting. Exciting. Alright, let's see what we're going to get. It comes with this basic USB hub that you're getting with all of these things. There is no manual inside, so also a little bit of a bummer. But here we have the exactly same stick. I did read that some of you did receive another version, so that was pretty weird if you ask me. Alright, so I must say the stick itself is made of this aluminium, so in other words it gives a little bit of a good cooling, but that is what happens all of the time with these things with me. I don't know how it's with you, but they glue the end in the housing and every time they are going to get loose. It's really annoying, by the way. Get back in. Alright, so the game box is just basically a USB, a naughty stick from China. They programmed for us so we can stick it in our PlayStation Mini. So it's time to grab our bad boy, and I need to figure out how to get this thing, stupid cap off. And let's stick it in. If you like, you can always use this USB hub, for example. There are different ways, by the way, but really annoying. Now we have a lot of new holes where you can stick it in. Normally you're going to stick in here your controller or your second controller, and yeah, use one of these holes, whatever. Alright, so I'm done sticking in my USB stick. Let's connect it to my television, and let's see what we're going to get with this collection. Together, we going to be naughty. Alright, so it's very important that you're connecting everything before you're powering on the system. If you're doing it a little bit differently, it's not going to boot up, or it's going to boot up in the original option menu. So yeah, everything is set up. It looked like a freaking Frankenstein, but nevertheless, we're going to have some fun. Ooh, the sound of the 90s. I must say it takes some time to boot up. I muted the background sound because we're having a copyright song on this menu. Alright, so what you can see over here, we're having Auto Blame. Here it goes into the PlayStation part of the naughty stick, and here we have RetroArch, and in this part we can play the retro game. So first we're going to do Auto Blame. Yes. Right, so just wanted to show you here how long it's going to take to boot it up. It takes quite some time, starting Evolution UI. Alright, so first of all, I like this menu. It looks pretty nice, and I must say it took some time to load it up, and the mix itself is quite unique. 3-2-1 Smurf. There are a lot of weird games on this thing, a lot of, let's say, non-AAA games. So I think you will recognize some of your favorite games. Bloody War 1 and 2, Really Round 1. I love that game, by the way. So Castlevania, so there are a lot of good games, all the Crash Bandicoots are on it. Yeah, I did notice that a lot of naughty sticks have these games. So Demolition Racer, Destruction Derby, my first game I ever owned for the PlayStation 1 back in the day. I have a lot of good memories. But this game, Fighter Maker, I can still remember I read about this in the magazine. I bought it and it took forever to create a fighting character. Oh, I don't know what you think of it, but nevertheless, I was not the biggest fan of this thing. Let's see, we have more. Kick-Yun, Shooting King. A lot of shoot 'em ups, I like it. I like this version, the original Gex, the two-dimensional version. I did play this one on the N64 back in the day. I fully completed with the extra stages, enjoyed it. And Parodius on it, Grand Theft Auto 1. It's just strange that they have Grand Theft Auto 1, but no, not 2. Let's see, we have more. A lot of weird games, to be honest. Maybe you will know some of them, but this is a very cool game. But overall, it's a very mix of awesome games. Jumping Flash 1. I played that game so much. It was so much fun. Loaded, a great game. Alright, let's see. Mega Man Battle. So, to be honest, there are a lot of games on it. Yeah, a lot of games. Ah man, no, seriously, you didn't. See, this is what we call an epic fail. Now you're having this, let's say, smaller capacity of a stick, and then you're adding two of the same. You're adding the same games. Why? Why? That's a waste of space, people. A waste of space. Because you cannot remove it very easily. Yep. Alright, Reputation. Oh, I love this game. Very good soundtrack. So the list goes on and on. It's not normal. Resident Evil Director Scott. Yes. So the mix itself, very good, very cool. Yes, I like it. I like it a lot. Tekken, yeah, we have Tekken 3. Is I must say it's my favorite one, but I also like part 2. And again, we have only Twisted Metal 1, whereas number 2, people. Yeah. So if you look at all the games, the mix itself of the games is pretty nice. Alright, so I needed to play some PlayStation games and just wanted to show you what kind of weird stuff is on this collection. I played this game as a child. I can still remember it. It was such a weird shoot 'em up. I needed to show you. Oh. Alright, show you a little bit of the gameplay. Okay, whoa. Okay, cool. I already died. Is there anything I can do? No power up? Oh yeah, waving superpower. Can I pick this up? Oh, nice. The animation of this game was so weird. And the soundtracks were freaking awesome. Destroy them all. Oh, man, this game is really challenging. Alright. This is a really classic game.
Party time!
Party time! Ah, that's how I can whip it. Whip it. I have really no idea how to do this, but nevertheless, I'm gonna do an dash move, or a bash move. I want to lick it. I want to.
It's tail time!
Ah, I need to whip it. You need to whip it. Alright. Ooh, that was almost. Alright, so RetroArch on the PlayStation Mini, and let's see what are we going to get. Atari, we're going to get the Lynx, PC Engine, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color and Game Boy Classic, Nintendo Entertainment System, Super NES, Virtual Boy. Alright, very cool. 32X, Game Gear, Master System, Mega Drive, SG-1000, Neo Geo Pocket and PlayStation. Alright, so the first thing that I'm noticing is very simple. There is no Sega Dreamcast on this thing, because I did notice some other stuff on the bigger version. But I'm going to do maybe a little bit of comparison so we can know exactly what are the differences. Alright, so let's test some games and let's see if they're running, that I'm getting any errors or whatsoever. There are no thumbnails, so they didn't add the thumbnails, so that's a little bit of a bummer, but alright, we need to live with it. Alright, so they basically messed up the sidebars, because we have a Sega CD again. I just want to point out, if your game doesn't run very well, you can always pick another core. That seems to be the convenient thing of the RetroArch. Well, it seems to run fine. Did notice before starting the camera a little bit of a hiccup, but nothing really annoying or influence the gameplay of the game. Love this game, by the way. So much fun. What is this? What kind of layout is it? But alright, nevertheless. Let's go! Oh yeah. Oh crap. Alright, so I did try to boot up a 32X game and it doesn't boot up. Nothing happens. So I just wanted to show that not everything works perfectly. Yeah! Mortal Kombat! Yeah, of course, start blocking. Okay, crap. What are my buttons? I wanted to do that. Smell my feet. Smell my feet. Yes, go down. Wow, they really messed up the sidebars again. Basically, it's Sonic from a Sega, but it's from the Neo Geo Pocket, so... Well, yeah, it runs pretty fine, but... There are the little things that annoys me, to be honest. Why did you mess it up? Alright, so regarding the PlayStation, there was something that I noticed. So, this is not exactly the same list that you're seeing in the, let's say, PlayStation main menu. Because, first of all, we're only having Battle Arena Toshin in number 1, and we're missing out 2 and 3. But, it can be me, maybe I missed it out, but Final Fantasy VII wasn't in the list. And this is the Grand Theft Auto Collector Edition. And they had this decal of the original one. So, why do I get this feeling that there are not, first of all of the games, but sometimes that I'm missing games in the other list. So... No, it can be me of course, but still, pointless that you have this list of PlayStation. They didn't mess it up this time. Just go away. I am number 1! Alright, so the naughty stick has returned, or the Game Box 64 gigabytes. So I must say the collection itself, it's not the best if you look at the RetroArch. Though I'm missing out a lot of stuff. For example, where is the arcade part of it? There's basically no arcade on it. None of them. And what I think is really of a weird thing that they messed that up with NBA Jam. And also you can see that some games doesn't boot up. So this is what you're going to get with the 64 gigabyte edition. Let me know what you think of this. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell for more awesome Wicked content. And see you in my next video. Don't forget, hit that little bell. I am done with this.